The opening of the season and the kick-off for the Frankfurt Main Finance Cup 2014 both has been a great success for Eintracht. In sportive aspects, with a new coach, with the lost and new members of the team, something very promising has been created that visibly can bring a lot of fun and success for this season and in future to the fans.
We are happy in that season that we can stabilize in the midfield, the Bundesliga midfield, but I'm quite sure the potential of the club allows to look above the midfield position, and maybe in 2 or 3 years, rhythm, there is a possibility to join international competition.
So perspectively the goal is clearly set, the international tournaments. With the Frankfurt Main Finance Cup, a first step was made to internationalization. Beside Inter Mailand, the first participant in the cup, more international teams should be welcomed in the financial center of Frankfurt. There is a clear conception behind, as managing director of Frankfurt Main Finance, Hubertus Feth, as one initiator of the cup, points out.
Every Monday morning, the first subject of conversation in all the financial industry entities is the soccer game of the weekend. So, first of all, these two industries have so much in common. There is passion, there is internationality, there is friendship which is created through it, and obviously there is also competition, a high level of competition. And hence, we think there is a natural closeness between both, and the Frankfurt Main Finance Cup also fits very well in the strategy of Eintracht Frankfurt. It fits very well in the strategy of the association, because both of us do want to strive to become more internationally renowned and increase the profile of the city and the region internationally.
Also in terms of financial aspects that could bring value to Eintracht Frankfurt with new sponsor or partnerships. With over 40 members of the financial industry, the Association of Frankfurt Main Finance could be the door opener with international power.
Well, it would be access. Obviously, giving the name of the stadium, giving a number of sponsors, there has always been a closeness between the industry and Eintracht Frankfurt, but there is room for increase, and there is particularly room for more commitment. And we believe there is also right now the right time to prove that commitment.
Likewise, CFO Hellmann sees much more potential in the financial industry for Eintracht as it is represented in the club.
I think there is a lot of more potential in the financial community, but the DNA of the Frankfurt community expects top international football. At the moment, at present, we are not in the position just to offer that. But I'm quite sure that we got more chances in the future to offer good football, maybe international football, maybe on a top international level, but for that we definitely need more support by the financial community.
But one thing is for sure, even if Eintracht is not in international tournaments this season, the brand of Eintracht Frankfurt is already internationally established and well known, as Markus Frank, Deputy Mayor of the city of Frankfurt, has experienced.
Eintracht Frankfurt is a big brand in the world, and Eintracht Frankfurt can help companies to get successful with a big brand and a big tradition.
Not only that has been a good argument for Lufthansa to join the circle of sponsors at Eintracht. One of the biggest airlines worldwide signed a contract for 5 years, as well as kit supplier Nike, raising the seasonal budget for Eintracht. So Lufthansa is ready for takeoff to fly more international teams to Frankfurt, states Dirk Schwarzer, head of marketing communications at Lufthansa.
Many of the big Champions League clubs, of course, and when we play in Frankfurt, it would be awesome to do that.
Next to already existing partners, sponsors and projects, CFO Hellmann has a lot more ideas how to boost up the budget.
Well, there's also the international marketing of the brand Eintracht Frankfurt. The DFL, the National Association, they started already their program to market German football and league football on an international stage. I think it could be a great chance for Eintracht Frankfurt to combine their efforts with our ideas for the Chinese market, the India market. But it's a long way, because other clubs on an international stage They are much far beyond not only the Premier League club, also Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. They are far ahead. So it's a long way for Eintracht Frankfurt to reach that level.
But there is another industry that one shouldn't forget, so Peter Knapp, Managing Director of Interaction. The business of digital infrastructure has a lot of growth potential in Frankfurt.
You know, when you look at the Eintracht Frankfurt website and on the Eintracht Frankfurt television and on other digital media activities, first of all, Eintracht profits from the availability of digital infrastructure in Frankfurt. Otherwise, these videos would take minutes to be called. But the web performance in Frankfurt is generally very, very good, and that attracts a lot of additional business. Obviously, what you're probably asking for is, will the digital infrastructure support the Eintracht team? Yes, it will, certainly.
So you see, the best is yet to come for Eintracht Frankfurt.